Since in this section our objective is to check and test the web application vulnerability, we need to have a target to test on. When we spoke before on network, we were able to build a network and to test different attacks on the network. When we were talking about wireless, it's easy to get an access point and configure it and test whatever we are doing. What about website? How can I create a website? And definitely you should not try that on private website or on online website. You should not try that on test whatever skills you're going to learn on real people. You should have your own web application to be able to test that. We usually have two ways to implement a lab that will allow you to test different kind of web application vulnerability. The first way, it's a specific application called Dvwa, and excuse the name because it stands for Damn Vulnerability Web Application. It's a very good and very powerful web application and very easy to set up that you can install on one of the virtual machines, and you can set up very easily, and then you can use it to test different kind of vulnerability. So you can go to their website, which is dvwa.co.uk, and when you go to their website, you should find an option that will allow you to download. So what you need to do first is to download that. Now here is what I suggest. I want you to create a virtual machine with any operating system. Like in my case, I did create a operating system Windows 7. And then you download the Dvwa. Now they have a version 1.9. Actually, this is the only version available. And then you can extract this Dvwa. Now to be able to use that, you need to have a web hosting software. And the software that you're going to need to download is called, let me show it to you. XAMPP. So this is the software that you're going to need to install on the same machine to be able to use this web application vulnerability. So you go to this website and you install that as well. You can install the first one that will do it. So, and as usually, I'm going to share with you the link to download and install that. Then you start running the setup for this file first before going through the Damn Vulnerability Web Application. You may get an error like that. It's not an error, just a warning. Don't worry about it. Click on OK. And then you just go next and next until it finishes installing, and keep the default location for setting. Now I want you to be careful when you install that. Please choose the first two options here, which is install Apache service and install SQL service. So, and then you click on install. So it will be installed right away. I will not install it because it was already installed. Besides, I'm going to attach a document that explain how to install this site from A to Z. Once it's installed, you're going to have the control panel that will run automatically, and it will run the Apache and the SQL Server. Those are the ones needed to host your application. Now, before running the control panel, you're going to need to do some small configuration, which is taking this folder that you did extract and put it in this specific location. So the damn vulnerable web application need to be inside the C drive. On the C drive, you're going to find a XAMPP folder, and on this one you're going to find HD document. And usually when you open that for the first time, you're going to find some file inside. You just going to delete every file inside this specific folder, HD document, and then you're going to copy this folder inside. And that's it. Once you copy that, you run the control panel one more time, and automatically it will start the Apache and the SQL Server, and so until it starts. So once it runs, it starts Apache and MySQL. This is actually what I need only. I don't need the remaining service. And according to that, I can access this website from any other machine on the network. I mean, from even my own machine. I can check what is this virtual machine IP. So let me check the IP config. And the IP, it's 192.168.95.133. So very good. I can go to any website, any other machine connected to the same network, and I can type this IP. And it will take me to this index. I'm going to click on this folder, and he will open this damn vulnerable web application. You can log in using the default account. The default credential is the username is admin, and the password is password, small letter. So admin and password. And you log in, and you have a website where you can test whatever you want. And you're going to find different kind of attack here. So if you need to test the SQL injections that we're going to test later on, you can try that. If you need to test the cross-site scripting, a brute forcing, even some of the attack we already are aware of, but I need to test that. Like you remember cracking password from a previous video using Hydra, you can test these tools from the system hacking section to brute force the website. Besides, you're going to find that you can also tune the security level. So you can click here and you can ask him, okay, I need to have something impossible to hack and test. I don't recommend that you start with that. I recommend that you start with low, and then you practice all the attack, and then you start intermediate and high and impossible. This is how you can get learn. So this is how to set up the DVWA, damn vulnerable web application, and how to use it. In the folder of DVA, if you forget any of those steps, you're going to notice that inside this folder you have a file, a readme file. So if you open this readme file inside the damn vulnerable web application folder, you'll notice that he explained everything regarding how to install it. Like, you know, it's a free application, by the way. You are allowed to use it without no fees, but you are not allowed to upload that to any free hosting, because it will allow people to hack the server. So you just need to host it on a local machine. Just be careful on that. So it shows you from where you download. It shows you the XAMPP, how to install it, and it even point to a video, a YouTube video that allow you to, or that guide you step by step to how to install that. So in this video, I explained how to set up your lab, because this is need a specific lab for the web application vulnerability using the DVWA or damn vulnerable web application, how to install it and how to use it. And you should do that on a local machine, and you should not upload this file or this application on a server. On the next video, I'm going to show you another target that has been set up only for this specific reason. So let's see another way for testing the web application vulnerability. Thank you.